It is now June. Welcome to June. Good morning. June 1st. Love is a verb. Husbands, love your wives. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25. Every married woman longs to be cherished by her husband. Knowing that she is loved unconditionally gives the wife the greatest sense of security she can know. A husband who runs off to meetings every night, no matter how worthwhile his activities may seem, or a husband who spends his weekends with people other than his wife, is robbing his spouse of an important source of security. Security in a marriage relationship brings about companionship in a kind of closeness known as intimacy. Intimacy comes through two partners sharing their thoughts and feelings, being vulnerable in a relationship of complete trust. Intimacy is more than sexual closeness. It is the acting out of genuine love. While we think of love as a noun, we need to remember that love is also a verb. An action word. That means love is based not on feeling but on doing. By a husband's actions, he can bring about the closeness his wife longs for. The biblical imperative, husbands, love your wives, is not a suggestion. It is a command. When a wife knows her husband is committed to her, their home becomes a place where they'll both enjoy intimacy based on security and love. In marriage, do thou be wise. Prefer the person before money, virtue before beauty, the mind before the body. William Penn. Good evening. The theme for the month of June is trust. God's purpose. I heard, but I did not understand. So I asked, My Lord, what will the outcome of all this be? Daniel chapter 12, verse 8. People often find it difficult to understand God's purpose for their lives. They are confused by events and try to discover a reason for what has happened, especially when things go wrong. Their vision of the future fades and their faith wavers. The core of a strong faith depends on your ability to trust God completely, no matter what happens. The true test of faith comes when things turn against you, when you are tempted to question God, when you, in your despair, see no purpose for your terrible situation. When you study the life of Jesus Christ, you will be impressed by his unshakable and unconditional trust in God. Even in his darkest moments, his faith was strong enough to enable him to fulfill the will of his Father. If you walk hand in hand with God and draw your strength from him, you will develop the ability to trust him in all circumstances. The grace of God will enable you to deal with every situation in life because you know that Christ cares for you and he will work everything together for your good.